It is Thursday, August the 20th, 2020. And of course, there's a whole lot of shit going on in the world at the moment. 15 million Americans still unemployed. California is on fire again. Play-by-play guys not knowing how microphones and audio production work while throwing out gay slurs. Another Russian opposition leader poisoned. But there was a sliver of good news. Steve Bannon has been arrested. A creepy-looking fuck. All that and so much more on episode number 31 of Complaints and Observations.
The greatest podcast hosted by someone who knows so precious little about almost everything. A journey into the mediocre mind of an exceptionally average person. This is Complaints and Observations with Dave LaPointe. Who the hell is Dave LaPointe?
This is going to be a very phlegmy program. Just putting that out there. So if you hear random guttural noises throughout the episode, just know that that's what's going on. It seems like coffee all of a sudden is making me a little phlegmy. I don't know. I put almond milk in it. Maybe that has something to do with it. And I'm on like 3 cups already. My brother told me that my energy on the show of late has been improved. And to which I said to him, well, that's because I've been drinking a lot of coffee pre-show. This is a water. Sparkling water. It's a little ASMR for you, huh? Woo. Yeah. Whew. Anyway, hello. Welcome to the show. That was a minute and a half of nonsense for you. Hope you enjoyed that. So yeah, Steve Bannon, huh? I mean, overall, fuck that guy. Not a fan. Never been a fan. But it's fitting. The charges are essentially fraud. It's the long and the short of it. As part of this group called We Build the Wall, or We Build That Wall, whatever. We Build the Wall, which started as a GoFundMe campaign where they try to build the wall at the Mexican border to keep Mexicans out. Or as they probably term it, it's just people with brown skin, that particular group of people. So this scheme allegedly raised money to build the wall, Trump's wall at the border. And they were basically using those donations for pretty much anything other than building a wall. The thing that kills me is the number of people that donated to this GoFundMe page. Again, it's just advertisement for, hey, here's my money, I'm a racist. There you go. Large number of people donated. I mean, did they really think that they were going to build a wall across the entire Mexican border? I don't think these people have a clue as to how big the border really is. It's massive. Absolutely massive. We're talking hundreds of billions of dollars, maybe even into the trillions, if you were going to build one and build one effectively and correctly, not like the small sections that they have up that are going to collapse. All these private entities trying to do this thing because they think that the president's going to fucking love them for it. But But anyways, politically agnostic program. How that shit stain is still relevant is appalling, really. But it comes as little surprise given the number of sycophants that worship at the altar of their equally fraudulent dear leader. The guy's entire shtick is essentially to just throw a proverbial wrench into the works, wait for the ensuing chaos, and then believe that his odd worldview will automatically rise from the ashes. It's delusional shit. But again, these people seem to thrive on delusion and get off on it somehow. So the board of this group it's full of just characters. Other shit stains, characters nonetheless. But one of them is Kurt Schilling. So thanks for the World Series win, Kurt. You're still a shit stain. So that was exciting news this morning. I mean, I shouldn't call it exciting. It sucks. I don't want to see anybody arrested. It's just it's shitty. It sucks. But at the same time, I feel bad for all these people that donated to this thing thinking that their money was going to this horrible use. See that this guy's now, him and his buddies are just spending it on God knows what. It sucks. It sucks that the people were fooled. That, it just blows. I feel bad for them. But now you know. You should learn your lesson. Just kind of like, I get these spam porn bots all the time on Instagram. And the other day, I get a message, a direct message. They're all direct message. So there's no actual account. I mean, there's an account that lasts maybe 30 seconds. They spam out however many Instagram accounts, direct message them. Oh, guttural sound. Whew. And they hope people will click on it in order to, I don't do God knows what. But before that, it used to be, there was some text in there like, hey, how's it going? Or, hey, want to see my tits? Or, just random bullshit. Well, now they've stopped. And the messages are just emojis. So I got one the other day that was a printer emoji. What are you trying to relay here, spam bot? I didn't get it. And then a friend of mine replied to my Instagram story because I had to share it. It was just too funny. He got one with a Christmas tree. And so my thought was, who falls for this fucking shit? He made a good point and said 12-year-olds. Okay, well, another reason why your children shouldn't be on social media. But who falls for this fucking build the wall shit? Who falls for that? You give somebody $100 and you think that, that's where it's going to go. Think about the scope, just the sheer scope of the thing. Look, if I dug into this website some more, it would probably explain a little bit in terms of this is where we're building. At least that's my assumption. I'm not sure. But you need to be smarter when you're giving your money away. It's a scam. And it's proven to be a scam now. So I feel bad. Hopefully none of my 3 listeners donated money to that. If you did, please stop listening to my show. That went on way too long. I did not want that to go the way it went. Again, politically agnostic program. So there. Other bad news. There are bars closing all over the city of Boston and in the greater Boston area. Lots of them. Some good, some bad. Today, I heard that McGreevy's is closing. McGreevy's on Boylston Street. I did like the place, don't get me wrong, but there was really nothing special about it, other than the name, which is a great name, and that Ken Casey of Dropkick Murphys owned the bar. Now, had the opportunity to go there many times. Went there for a New Year's party, which was fantastic. Great time. That was, shit, must have been like 2009, I think. Yeah. Oof. Holy fuck. It was a long time ago. Went to another event there, like a fundraiser. Fun. Been there a couple times, like after work, when I worked downtown, back when I had a job. But, it seems to me that not being able to adapt right now to everything that's going on, or standing out in some way to differentiate yourself from, all the other struggling restaurants, it is really what's killing that industry right now. I'm no expert by any means, but I would assume that treading water is the best bet right now. Like, you need to get through at, even or at an acceptable loss in order to just say make it to Memorial Day of next year, when I think things will start to get back to to something approaching normal. Here's the problem. Once it starts getting fucking cold, like, it's going to be really tough. If we're still dealing with this shit in November, December, you're going to have heating elements, some way to keep people eating outside in the wintertime, because that seems to be one of the ways that's keeping some of these places afloat. You're going to mix up your takeout game. Like, this is where I think, like, DoorDash and Grubhub and all those fucking delivery options, they should be stepping up their game too, because holy fuck, you want to save some places, you need to, like, that's what you need to do. And look, I don't DoorDash in the city, so I don't really know. I know that there are a lot of restaurants down here that don't use it, and I don't get it. I would imagine that there has to be a reason behind it. I couldn't tell you what, but I don't really know. But yeah, fucking gotta just stay afloat, get through it, and hope for the best. But the thing that pisses me off is that there are so many that just are refusing to adapt. Too many are refusing. My mother-in-law works for a restaurant who they've literally done nothing to change or to try to improve their lot throughout this entire ordeal. Like, it just, I don't like the food there. I don't. And I'm, I hear all the shit from my mother-in-law about these two people that own the joint. And it's, one of them seems, the husband seems like a decent enough guy. The wife apparently is kind of a twat. But it's almost as if they think that it's just going to magically go away. And I wonder if that's the case with a lot of these old school places that are closing. A lot of just plain shitty places have closed. Like Whiskey's down the street from McGravy's. That place fucking sucked. Like, your food was barely edible. You were in a college town. You had beer. That's how you fucking got by. So when that stopped, you were fucked. Instead of trying to make an effort and say, oh shit, maybe we should, I don't know, improve our food. Now they chose not to. They've decided to just close. And look, I don't know if they tried anything. Again, I'm on the outside, but it just is odd. A couple of places that, like, there are dives that are going to close. Dive bars in cities, that is dead. right now. Dead. Like one place in town, Connor Larkin's over by Northeastern. Another bar I went to a couple times, but a shithole. It was a college bar. That place isn't going to survive this. No fucking way. There's a whole list of places. A lot of Irish bars have closed. Again, because my assumption, it's an assumption, they have chosen not to adapt. And rather than work hard to fix it, it's like, oh, well, we've been in business for 40 years. We shouldn't have to do things like that. This fucking thing doesn't give two shits about how long you've been in business. I'm sorry. But I mean, it just strikes me as you didn't want to make the effort. And I would think you would think somebody that owns a business for that long would do everything they could to keep that business alive. Weird. The smartest person in the whole fucking bunch in the list of quote unquote Irish bars that had closed was another bar over by Northeastern, Punters, which was the shittiest dive bar I'd ever been in my life. The guy that owned it was a fucking was a wonderful curmudgeon, crusty old fuck. And that place was a dive. I mean, you literally stuck to the goddamn floor. It was so like sticky and filthy and gross. But it was amazing. It was amazing. Northeastern tried to buy his property for years. And he said, no. And eventually he sold it either last year or the year before. And he got like something like $8 million for the property. I mean, beautiful, like triangular corner lot. And Northeastern bought it for $8 million. And he bails out just in time. I hope that fucking crusty prick moved to like Bermuda or something, someplace nice. And it's just laughing on a beach somewhere. I really hope so. Because he honestly, a splendid guy, a curmudgeon nonetheless. And his bar was a dump. But boy, was that fun. Good times, huh? Yeah. I don't know if any of my listeners will be familiar with Punters. I hope so. For your sake, you're familiar. Because it was great. Great place. So, couple other things that I wanted to discuss. But what I would like to do first is have you listen to my shitty commercial. So I dropped my cell phone on my eye. Now I have a bit of a black eye. Let me repeat that. I dropped my phone on my eye. Yeah, I did that. I was lying in bed yesterday, the day prior, can't remember which. Far too early in the morning, as I usually do. I typically wake up every day between 4:45 and 5:30. Doesn't matter what time I go to bed. I just cannot sleep longer than that. It's terrible. I hate it. So I'll wake up, roll around trying to go back to sleep. Nothing will happen. I'll get frustrated and then grab my phone, which is the absolute worst thing to do in that position. But so this is what I did the other day. And I had, it's so I'm laying down and it's like above my, so my head's back on the pillow and I've got the phone and holding it, and I managed to drop it, and literally the corner of it just slammed right in above my eyeball. And it hurt like fucking hell. It's like, God damn it. What are you stupid asshole. What are you doing? I thought nothing of it. It's like, yeah, right, whatever. Hey, I'm an idiot. As has been demonstrated on this program now. 31 episodes deep. So literally hundreds of times. I thought nothing of it. And then yesterday, sitting on the sofa with my wife and talking to my wife, I had my glasses off. And she says, "What happened to your eye?" I'm like, "What?" "Yeah, what happened to your eye?" I'm like, "Oh, I dropped my phone on it. Why, is there something there?" She's like, "You have a fucking black eye." Sure enough, I go and look. Yeah, I got a little bit of a little purple going on. Pretty fucking stupid, Dave. Yeah. But it just sort of goes part and parcel with how things are going currently. So it is what it is. What can you do? I dropped my phone on my face. I'm a fucking stupid idiot. I'm also a terrible cook. I thoroughly enjoy cooking, and occasionally I will get something right, and it won't taste like shit. But I enjoy doing it. I've always really kind of liked it, and just of late, uh, you know, specifically the last few months, seeing as I'm unemployed, I've had nothing but time. So I'm trying like different recipes that I probably wouldn't have tried in the past. Sorry, I'm a little sniffly. But the problem is like 3/4 of the time I manage to fuck it up. Or the recipe that I'm using is just way off in one way or another. Like I found a recipe for Cuban pork chops. Now, my buddy Matt had gone to a restaurant, had a Cuban pork chop. He said it was awesome. So I'm like, oh, see if I can find a recipe for it. Found one, looked great. It called for way too much fucking salt. Like way too much salt. Like, I'm not putting that much fucking salt in there. What are you, crazy? So what it called for, I cut it in half. And there was still way too much fucking salt in it. We ate it. The flavor was there, but it was so fucking salty. I mean, we each had a chop. There was, I think, like 1.5 or 2 left. I had to throw them away because I had ruined them with all the fucking salt. And it makes you wonder, like, chefs die at a young age. A lot of them. Not all, but a lot. It has to be all the fucking salt. It's gotta be. You watch Guy's grocery games. Yeah. Guy's grocery games. And the judge is like, you really could have used some more salt. Really? What if they just put a fucking salt lick on a plate and gave it to them? They would say, why didn't you add more salt? Anyway, so I had a Chick-fil-A craving yesterday. And I'm like, look, and I haven't tried making chicken. I don't think I've made Chick-fil-A at home before. In-N-Out burgers I have. They came out decent, actually. The In-N-Out sauce came out too oniony the first time I made it. The second time came out great. It was very good. So I found a recipe anyways for a healthier, quote unquote, version of Chick-fil-A nuggets. Like we had some we had some chicken breast in the fridge that was thawing out I was going to use anyway. Anyways, of course I fucked it up. They called for almond flour. I don't have any. Went to the store. They didn't have any. So it was essentially then, the recipe called for an egg and almond flour batter. I'm like, all right, well, it called for 1 egg, 1 cup of almond flour. If I was going to replace the almond flour with all purpose, it would be 2 eggs and a cup of flour. So that's what I used. 2 eggs, cup of the all-purpose flour, with all the various spices in there, the salt, pepper, paprika, garlic powder, what have you. I followed the recipe to a T. Dip it in the fucking egg. Don't have it covered in egg. Not you don't want so much excess egg on there. In the flour, back in the egg, back in the flour. Well, I ended up with fucking flour covered chicken pieces. Oh, and they stuck to the fucking rack, even though I coated the damn rack before putting these things on there. These things literally, when I say they stuck to the rack, like I had to fucking struggle to get these chicken pieces off of the rack. It was a fucking disaster. I told my wife, I said, look, you have leftovers in the fridge. If you want to eat that instead, I won't be offended. She ended up eating the leftovers. I was not offended. I was more pissed at myself for fucking it up. It just seemed like a completely easy recipe, and I managed to fuck it up. The funny part is, I was planning to like share the, the cooking adventure on the Instagram, and by the end of it, I'm like, I'm not fucking showing anybody any like this fuck up. You know, I think I'll put it up on the Instagram page, at Complaints Pod. You can check it out. I'll do a story. Look, it's funny that I fucked it up, but like the recipe again, there was like 5 steps. I should not have fucked this up so bad. But again, like the thing called for soaking the chicken in pickle juice overnight. Chick-fil-A uses pickle juice, sorry, for their chicken. It's like the secret, top secret shit, pickle juice. But I did it for 6 hours, and the pickle flavor was overwhelming. So obviously, the recipe that just called for 1 cup pickle juice was wildly off. Like, you probably had to do something else to that pickle juice to make it not so fucking pickly. I guess, I don't know. But look, the whole fucking adventure was just sad. And it makes me wonder if people post recipes, like so there are 8,000 of these websites of, like, oh, country home cook, or oh, quick cooking bullshit, like whatever, fuck off. It's 12,000 fucking ads per recipe. You can't even, like, if you're trying to find it on your fucking phone, there's so many fucking pop-ups and boxes on those stupid websites. Like, fuck off. I'd rather pay you 99 cents a month for recipes you've actually made and no fucking ads. Get the fuck out of here with that crap. It's unusable a lot of times. But yeah, I wonder how many of these recipes are vetted by the actual author, or if they just see them someplace else, throw it up there, and like, oh, look at this recipe for healthier Chick-fil-A nuggets. Yay! I just did the, twisting my fingers in my dimples. Yay! Stupid. But yeah. So that sucked. It was disappointing. I bought some sweet potato fries and they didn't fucking cook right. The whole thing was just an abject fail. And it really bums me out. But again, I'll try something else next week. I don't know what. I made some fucking barbacoa for tacos about a month or so ago. Holy shit, were those good. Damn. That meat came out fucking perfect. Just perfect. The old Instant Pot there. I'm going to have to make that again. But I did a shrimp scampi not too long ago that came out really good. There was another one that was good. What was the other one? It's going to bother me. I don't know. But yeah, I'm a terrible cook. That's it. It's Thursday. So it's time for the new segment, Lock of the Week. So let's get to that, shall we? Oh, that was fucking stupid. What was that about? That dumb pseudo-maniacal laugh? Yeah, I'm losing steam. I think I'm coming down from the coffee. It's time for the Lock of the Week!
What's up, Complaints and Observations world? It's Jackie Paisley Jr. here with another one of his Locks of the Week. This is for UFC again. Saturday, August 22nd, and I know I'm 0 for 2. Pressure's on, but going to get paid this week. So it's a 5-team parlay. You're going to take the under 1.5 of the August Dobson fight. You're going to take Lemos, Fado, Rodriguez, and Munoz. It pays about 15-1. So I threw $10 on that, 156.55. See what happens. And don't listen to that bum bankruptcy. Peace.
Oh God! Sometimes I crack myself up. That was not nearly as bad as I thought. Jackie Paisley Jr. though, that audio sucks. Like it sounds like you're speaking into a thermos on the phone with your fucking garbage 5-fighter parlay. I mean, trying to turn this into a little something, and he's letting me down. Like, give me 2 winners. That's it. I'm not asking for a lot. But a 5-fighter parlay is just like what am I supposed to do with that, Jack? Good grief. Jackie Paisley Jr. though, 0-2 thus far with the lock of the week. So I mean his locks aren't really locks. They're not good. I will continue to give him the benefit of the doubt because it provides content to the program, number one. Number two, one of these is bound to hit at some point. But I mean, he's digging deep. Like the only fighter on this card worth a damn, or who used to be worth a damn, is Frankie Edgar. And JPJ has bet against him. So Frankie Edgar is a big underdog against Peter Munoz. Go figure. What can you do? So I don't know where he's getting these picks from, because if they're coming off the top of his head, then holy crap, like you're terrible at gambling. Which is a known entity anyway. He was down big last week. But yeah, when you record a segment on your Bluetooth, it's going to sound like shit, and that's exactly what happened. And then, again, the UFC expert butchering names all over the place. But another buddy of mine, Scott Banksley, he banks money. See the joke? Or as JPJ called him, bankruptly. It's pretty good. But he came at me with some actual picks, some actual locks. These are all for tonight, so you can bet on them tonight. I'll happily share some of my picks as well. But he's got the Oklahoma City? Oklahomies. Fuck, I am so bad at this. Oklahoma City Thunder, plus 2.5. That's at minus 110. He's got the Magic at plus 12.5 is even money. I would have moved that to get some value there, but it's just me. Then he has the same game, the Magic and the Bucks over 227, and that's minus 105. And then he bet all those separate, those 3 straight bets, and then he came at me with a parlay with the same 3 teams, same 3 plays. So, there's some infighting amongst the gambling group here. JPJ and is accusing Banksley of stealing his bets from a Vegas sharp, which is that is some serious shit. Serious shit. It's not good. All that distrust amongst the group. Anyway, I haven't looked at NBA or NHL for tonight. I do know that I'm going to take the Celtics the next 2 games that they play, because after they demolished the Sixers last night, I really don't see. I see Joel Embiid caring even less than he has in the first 2 games. And he has not cared one fucking iota in the second half of either game. So, dunzo. As for me, I did put some money on Adam Scott to win the Northern Trust Open at TPC. Adam Scott holds the course record. Now, they've made some adjustments since then, but Adam Scott played pretty well at the PGA Championship, so I expect him to come out and play well. He's at plus 3,800 to win, which is interesting. The guy that I've bet on the last few tournaments, Harris English, that motherfucker's going out there today, and he's already shot 7 under today. So he's winning the tournament right now. I didn't bet on him because he shit the bed last week at the Wyndham. I wasn't pleased. But he's 7 under through 15 holes. It's like, what the fuck, dude? What are you doing? I don't care, Rory. Get the fuck out of here. But yeah, the Northern Trust Open live at the TPC Boston in Norton, Massachusetts. A beautiful course that I cannot play because I'm not allowed. I don't know anybody that's a member. It's not a public course. At least not that I am aware of. I don't think it's not something I can't just go and book a tee time. It's a private golf club, but never played there. Maybe someday. Who knows? Maybe I'll get lucky. I doubt it because I'm a realist, so I doubt it. But yeah, fucking Harris English. God, I hate you. You're an asshole. What plays do I have? So that was that one. And then tomorrow, the UEFA Europa League final, which is Inter Milan against Sevilla. And I have gone with Inter at plus 105. And also plus 105, the total over 2.5. So I think it's going to be like a 2-1 game. It'll be pretty tight. Sevilla's good as much as I don't like them. Fuck Sevilla. But I think Inter will win. So I bet straight on each of those and also parlayed that for $20. So we'll see how that comes in. Low money bets here, folks. We're not in the business of losing money. So I'm up on the week, which is good. I was only down $7 to end last week, and they've basically just pushed that forward for me. So thank you, DraftKings New Hampshire. Appreciate that. But yeah, so I'm up for the week. I'm very happy. It's good. I have started to sort of take info from a number of different places, and I think it's been helpful. My baseball wagers yesterday did not do very well. I had a couple of first half bets going, and a couple of those lost. So like the Yankees first half, they were losing 2-1. Like all of a sudden, Tyler Glasnow in Tampa couldn't fucking pitch, which is weird. I had the Mavericks last night. upset win for the Mavs. I think they are going to give the Clippers fucking headaches. And honestly, they should be up 2-0 if it weren't for Porzingis getting tossed for some weird ass fucking reason. Yeah, they should have won. But here we are. So yeah, that's my lock of the week would be Inter Milan tomorrow in the Europa League final. Should be a good game. The Champions League finals coming up, which I think is Sunday. I think I'm not 100% sure. Let me double check while I have you on the line. Let me check. Not that you give a fuck, but no, it's Monday, right? Oh boy, it is Sunday. Holy shit, David, you are so stupid. Sunday, Bayern and PSG. I am all over Bayern on Sunday. I don't like the total 3.5. If it moves to 3, meh. But I do like Bayern. So we'll see how that plays out. I'm curious if these numbers are going to move. Right now, Bayern's even money, so that's great. I might just bet that today, but I don't know. We'll see. But I do like Bayern, so there you go. Lock of the week in the books. Oh yeah, I gave you that. What am I saying? All like very interesting stuff. I'm sure all of you that don't give a fuck about sports are just enthralled. But I like sports. I like gambling small amounts of money. It keeps me engaged, if you will. So that's it for the program. Terrible show today. Terrible show. Almost as bad as my chicken nuggets. But I thank you for listening. If you did stick through it, I thank you for listening. Big weekend, a lot of stuff. My buddy Matt, his birthday is on Saturday, so we'll be celebrating his birthday. Sure, we'll be doing something incredibly fun that people in their 40s do. Who knows? Probably just going to involve alcohol. That's what we do. Getting together on Sunday with the family, that should be nice. I've been purposely staying away from my mother with all this. I just don't want to risk it. So it's been a while. Hopefully I don't catch the Rona on Saturday and give it to her on Sunday. I really hope I didn't fucking jinx that. Okay, sorry. But that should be fun. Should be good. And a lot of sports again, so make sure you're parked in front of your television at some point. Good stuff. Probably have to pack and so, try to get some packing done. Yeah, that's it. The end of the show has been fucking terrible. I'm really sorry about that. Really sorry. But look, I hope you enjoyed the show enough to listen again on Monday. Hopefully Monday doesn't suck. But we'll see. I didn't have the same energy today that I did on Monday. That's for sure. Because I think I drank the coffee too early. Didn't have the uppers that I needed. Maybe I'll just start popping greenies pre-show, see what happens. But yeah. So check out the Instagram page, Complaints Pod. Check out the Twitter page, Complaints Pod. I do have a website, complaintsandobservations.com. You can send me an email, showmail@complaintsandobservations.com. I have a Facebook page, but fuck Facebook. I have a YouTube page. I'm just too lazy to do anything with it. And that is all. So, thank you as always for listening. Please tell your friends. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Godspeed. Ta-ta.